who's next.
All
Hey,
right.
how y'all doing? I'm back again on a great episode of the It Factor Podcast, and today we have someone special. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
My name is Jamar Root from Dallas, Texas, born and raised, went to Temple University. But I'm an inspirational speaker, podcaster myself. If you really ask me, you have a real conversation with me, I would say I'm a philosopher more than anything. And so I travel the country inspiring people to find their passion and to see the value in doing something you love to do and to find success within that.
I love that. I love that, man. So, with that being said, how are you doing mentally, physically, and emotionally?
Man, I'm actually at one of the highest points in terms of like all around. Like I'm feeling great. A lot of the things I dreamed of, manifested, have come to fruition. Obviously, other things I'm going for, but
Uh,
like holistically, I'm doing really good. Like I'm in a good space. Got my problems like any other human being, but I'm in a really good space.
that's a blessing, man. That's a
How
blessing.
about you?
I'm doing good, man. I think I'm at an 8 now, man. I can do that 1 through 10. Number
Yeah,
8, and just some thoughts this week, man. But other than that, nothing bad.
I feel you.
All good here. Look, got my workouts in, so that was good.
There you go.
Got work done. I can sit down and relax for a couple seconds. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely good with that. Thanks for
Gotcha.
asking, man.
For
So
sure, no problem.
I would say, what's your it factor? Why do you do what you do?
Uh, I think my it factor is the doing of what I do. I love what I do so much. There's no need of any other motivations. I think a lot of people, they need something to push them.
Mhm.
But what happens when that's not there? For me, I literally love speaking.
Uh-huh.
So I tell people I don't work. I mean, obviously I work, but I just do me every day.
Yeah.
And that's my it factor because nobody can beat me at being me. You don't have to tell me, Jamar, be Jamar today. Like,
Mhm.
no, I'm just wake up and speak, dog.
Right.
And I love the topic that I speak about. And so I just wake up and do me. And so nobody can outwork Jamar at being Jamar. And so I think that's my it factor.
I love that. I love that, man. I feel the same way about me, man. I think that at the end of the day, I love podcasting. Of course, I work outside this. I'm a husband, a lot of hats. But at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, man, I do the greatest job of being me
Mm-hmm.
and being myself and competing with myself, man.
Exactly.
And the sooner you find it out for yourself, the better you will be. You know,
I 100% agree with you, man. And I'm glad I figured that out at this point in my life.
indeed, man. So, what led to you becoming a speaker? Like, where did this come from? What did you know? Like, hey, I need.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I would say, I was speaking when I was 4, arguing who was the greatest basketball player of all time was at the family cookout. You know what I'm saying? Like I always had a little on me.
Uh,
But I think I started to realize around like sophomore year of college, COVID had happened. That's when I was in college,
mhm.
sophomore year of college. And I was working in sports. I worked for a bunch of sports teams and I was very successful at it. But I just started to realize I didn't like the process of it. I like the idea of it. I like game days. I like showing up to the games. It was cool. But if it wasn't a game day, was I hyped up when the alarm clock went off? The answer was no. And so what I had to ask myself, especially when we're all in solitude and COVID, like, okay, what do you really want to do?
Mhm.
Had some other things happen to me that were very, very transformational in my life. And I just realized, man, I got to find something I absolutely love to do. And I started my own podcast in my college apartment. We got back from well, really, it was at my parents' place, and then I brought the camera to my college apartment. It's still kind of COVID, and I had nothing else to do, and I just would just get on the mic and kind of talk and see what I could do.
I
I,
love it.
I wasn't very good, at least in my opinion, and but I still wanted to do it even though I wasn't good.
Mhm.
And that was something I realized was powerful. The fact that I still wanted to do it, even though I was bad,
Right.
that's a powerful thing to have because now I don't need anything to keep going.
Mhm.
And then when I came out on my podcast, people were saying how inspirational it was. I was like, for real? And then to be as blunt as possible with you, I started to just realize online that it was a career. Like I just saw people making money doing what I love to do. I thought, man, this is just what I do on the side. Like I was like, these people really do this for a living. And then from then on, I was just very like curious how to make this happen. And
Indeed.
now I'm here today. And obviously other things happened to create this life I'm living now. But essentially I figured out it was a thing and I was
Mhm.
going to make it happen.
I love that. I love that, man. So tell me about podcasts, bro. how you. I know you already told me how you went into creating it, but
Yeah.
tell us about it. Give us the name and
Yeah.
also how you feel about it now that you're in it.
Yeah. So my podcast name is Root of Everything. It started out as like the first season was just how to find your passion. I was like helping people do that.
Hmm.
That's all it was. And then I brought on guests after that. And now it's just guests. And it's all based around inspiring people to find their passion, same as I do on stage speaking, And so I try to find people that have found their passion and found success within it.
Hmm.
And let's have a conversation about how you found it and how you found success within it. And so how I feel about the podcast, man, is still like the bigger dream for me. Like people are like, man, you're this great speaker. Do you want to be the best speaker? Like, nah, really, I'm just doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you think I'm the best, that's cool. But like
Uh-huh.
the podcast is what I think, and my whole brand in an entirety. But my podcast is something where I like you, I can tell, like it's like there's something about that connection with other human beings. Like and so I literally love it. And I have the right partner that I'm doing it with now, who's behind the scenes and does it with me.
Mhm.
And I've been backloading a little bit too much. I got like too many in the vault, man. I'm tripping.
Dang.
Um, too many in the
It's a
vault,
good
and
thing.
so
It's a good thing,
it's a good thing.
but it's hard. I ain't gonna
Exactly.
hold you because I had to put 2 days in, man. I had to
Hmm.
drop on Wednesdays and Sundays now. Like 2019, we was one episode. We
Yeah,
was going. But I say it's a blessing from one podcast to another one.
I appreciate that, dog. But
Blessing,
I feel really good about it. I feel like I've been kind of studying the landscape as well. I think it's important. Like sometimes like you gotta like sit back and like look around instead of always running. And so I feel like I've had like a good moment of like, let me sit back and look and figure out and so I've kind of like really figured out exactly how I want to brand it. And so I'm just excited. I'm really excited for the future of it. And I think it's just gonna like mesh perfectly together. Like my speaking, my podcast, the book I'm writing right now, all this stuff, my YouTube channel, I think is really gonna brand so seamlessly. So I'm just really excited about it.
it's amazing, man. Look, I'm a two-time author, man, so you need some help.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. I'll let you know. Yeah.
So with that being said, man, how was it attending and graduating from Temple University? My uncle actually taught at Temple University back in the day, man.
Word.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Okay, man. So we got a connection. Um, man, best decision I ever made. I'm a kid from Dallas, Texas.
Right.
I'd tell you the only negative going to Temple for me was the fact that it was too dang cold, personally. Oh man, was it beautiful in the spring, man?
Right.
I feel like I was in heaven on earth on Temple's campus in the spring. But when
Uh-huh.
it was freaking November, December, I'm like, man, maybe I made the wrong decision. But nah, man, I love Temple. It was especially for where I went for as a major originally. It allowed me, I like to tell people all the time, in order to find out if something's really your passion, you got to fully try it. You know what I'm saying? Temple gave me the opportunity to fully try it. I was in a sports town as a sports management major.
Right.
There was no lack of opportunity for me unless you just didn't want to go for it.
Mhm.
And so, man, I was in there, I had internships with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so I was able to really get in there, man. Like I even had an opportunity through the connections I made to go all the way to the Olympic facility and do work up there in Colorado Springs. Like I really got to like the full experience of working in sports to know, like eventually, like, yo, it's not me. But if I didn't go to Temple, I would have never known that. And I never would have met people that
Right.
started to trigger my creativity. I didn't think I'd ever be a podcaster. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think I'd ever be a speaker, but there were so many creatives at Temple
Mhm.
that really promoted my growth there.
That's amazing, bro. And
Yeah.
like, did that also play a role in you majoring what you majored in, man? What played a role in you saying, you know what, I'm majoring in sports and recreation management? What made you say, I'm gonna do that?
I'll be honest with you, man. I never, like, as I look back into like elementary, middle school, high school, I never really knew what
Mm.
I wanted to be when I grew up. Like that was like a daunting question. Like if an adult came up to me, I was like 5'2" for the longest,
Uh-huh.
and looked down at me and they said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" That was like the worst fear I ever had. You know what I'm saying? Because I never knew the answer.
Mhm.
And so when I was coming out of high school, I was a baseball player, really good. But then I started realizing I didn't want to play college ball. And I was like, what is something I can do where I go to class I actually want to be there? And I just
Mhm.
started to hear, similar to inspirational speaking, like you can major in sports management. I was like, you can go to school for sports. Like somebody, you telling me I can go to school and discuss stuff about sports for
Why I
school?
ain't been knew about this?
Yeah, well, I ain't been know about this, man. And I think there was also a teacher at my high school that had
Mhm.
majored in sports management. She kind of told me about it. So I'm like, oh shit, well, So I just literally said, top schools, sports management, I had to figure it out. So it was more of like, I always love sports.
Hmm.
Why not? And
Right.
then I just went all in with it.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. And then I would say, who is Jamar outside of all you're known for?
Man, I'm such a sucker for like authenticity and true friendship, true love, man. Like I love being around my friends. Love being around family. Like I'm somebody like I'll tell you, man, I'm super ambitious, but
Mhm.
not before friendship, not before family. You know what I'm saying? Now sometimes does it seem differently? Yeah, because I get worked up.
Uh,
But man, like I'm somebody that loves like just hanging out with friends. I'm somebody that is very creative in all aspects. Like I'm always thinking outside the box with everything. I'm wanting to test the status quo with everything. You know what I'm saying? Why we do it like that? Why can't we do it like this? I feel like the world needs people like me. And
mhm,
so I'm just somebody that's a lover, man. And sometimes to my own fault. But that's who I am, man. I see the best in people again to a fault.
mhm,
But it's also my one of my best qualities, you
mhm.
know. And so, man, I just really love authenticity. You know, I love being around people that are themselves, even if that's not even the type of person I like. But just seeing you being you, man, I appreciate that.
Indeed.
So I think that's kind of who I am outside of, and I'm a brother, I'm a son, I'm a
Mhm,
grandson, and I take that stuff seriously. You know what I mean? So that's kind of who I am, and I'm I'm a helper too.
mhm,
Like like I'm somebody that I can't help everybody, but if
mhm.
you know me, like if you know me, if we have some connection, and there's anything you want to pick my brain about, bro, just hit me up. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's also an element of who I am.
I love that, man. That's gonna take you a long way. All those qualities you just named, it's gonna take you a long way because you're you. You're genuine.
Yeah,
And that's why I love to see from the podcast. You see so many amazing people doing amazing things, but being themselves
facts.
and helping other people. That's what it's all about, man.
100%.
Literally what it's all about.
And
So
it come all the way back too.
it
Like
is.
if you it come all and I'm not even trying to do it, but it
Hmm.
just comes.
Definitely.
And people ask me, Jamal, dude, I live through my heart and I help people when they ask.
Indeed, bro.
It
And
comes right back.
it literally just happened to me the other day. I had a guy on the podcast a while ago, played for Ravens back in the day, and now he's a public speaker.
Mhm.
And when we talked, man, he was just like, "Hey, you know any educators?" I was like, "Well, my wife is an educator. I know this, da da da." And I was putting together a Rolodex. And
Yeah,
after a while, I was like, he was like, "Bro, there's 10 people." And I was like, "Bro, that's why I created the podcast, bro, so
yeah,
that I can do stuff like this."
exactly.
He's like, "Man, I owe you." I'm like, "Nah, you just need to reach out to them. Just reach
Yep.
out to them, man, because they're gonna be excited to hear what you're trying to do with them, man." So I
Facts.
think that's what it's all about, bro. Definitely, man.
100%.
So I say, when did you know that speaking was your passion, or being a philosopher? How about that? Was your passion?
Mm. Well, I just remember always kind of like I remember as a kid,
Hmm.
I always knew like, yo, I'm special, but I just don't know how to like where that is. Like I didn't know how to like even put that what I'm saying into words.
Hmm.
And I was like, man, like I know I have something. I just know I do.
Hmm.
And I remember like even like being in classes, like, man, what if there was a better way? And so like I always remember just always knowing I have something. And so I think just like going to college was like a big eye opener because when you get to college, you know, you get your wings a little bit, man. You ain't got to ask mom and dad, can
Free.
I try? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But it's still enough clothes where I'm not buck wild. And so I was able to just like realize all the different avenues that were out there. But at the same time, I think I started to realize my value.
Hmm.
I didn't realize how dope I was until I got to college. Like I didn't realize I was dope yet.
Hmm.
And then I started to realize, oh, I'm dope. Like, and then I just started to just slowly but surely like dream super big. Like
Hmm.
with anything I did, I dreamed big, whether it was sports, whether it was pocket, I just dreamed big. And so with that, I think I started to develop philosophy. I started to develop all these things because with all that, I never let fear stop me. And
Hmm.
so I was constantly experiencing. I think what makes a great philosopher isn't knowledge from all these things you've read and listened to. It's you freaking live that stuff. And so I've had a lot of transformational experiences. One, because I was dealt certain hands, but two, I never said, man, let me stick my toe in the water and see if it's cold. I just jumped in and said, let's see if I can swim.
It won't happen.
See what's gonna happen. If I drown, I bet somebody gonna get me anyway. I'll be all right. Or I'll doggy paddle out of this. And so I had so many moments where I just jumped in the pool
Mm-hmm.
and I started to realize, man, I think differently than these people. Like you have conversations in college, you will realize there are disconnects out there. You know what I'm saying? You from your hometown, people think a certain type of way. You're saying your household, there's certain core values. You'll start to realize when you get outside, this ain't common no more. This is, you know what I'm saying? And then I started to then realize, uh-oh, I have my own core values that even my family don't relate to, or even the people outside of us. There's certain things that was just me.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I was like, okay, I'm lonely. But then when I started to embrace it, I realized there's other little me's out there in certain ways.
Right.
And then I realized, like, yo, like, I think I got something. And I think that's when I started speaking up. That's when I started giving my perspective and not being afraid if that was a perspective that wasn't even real yet, like nobody else had thought of. Um, and even if it was, putting my own spin on it. And so I think I fell in love with being different. I fell in love with being an outcast. I fell in love with knowing if somebody thinks I'm crazy, that means I'm doing something that's going to change the world. Like if everybody is like, yeah, that makes sense. Nah, I don't want to do that. You
Uh-huh.
know what I'm saying?
If everybody liking it, you gotta, and don't get
Yeah,
me wrong. We want people to like stuff. Don't get me wrong.
exactly.
But it got to be a point to where you put out something you know it's amazing. And that's the thing that I wish people would talk about with social media. That's the
Mhm.
part I wish where you put out something, you're like, I know this is amazing. But as long as you know it's amazing and one person likes it, that's what matters. But you know the
Success.
biggest thing that matters though, out of that,
What?
I don't want to walk over your head.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I'm
You like
listening.
if
Mm-hmm.
you liked it. That's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody gonna like, man, you really put out like today. I put out the thing, man, dang, that's amazing. You put it out about the Olympians, man. Yeah, man. That's what I like. That's the stuff I
Yeah.
like. You know, and I wish that was talked more about social media, man.
And I think it all comes down, and this is like something I've like a philosophy
Mhm.
is like the word success shouldn't be in the dictionary. Like that's a big thing for me. Like it should just be blank
Yeah,
because we rob ourselves of the expectations of other people's definition of success.
right.
When you post on Instagram, when you start a new job or a new dream,
Hmm.
define the success for you. So for me, I tell people all the time, the reason why I can keep going forever, other than I just love it, is me doing it is success for me.
That's
Me
what.
showing up, I won today because
Hmm.
I love it and I know I'm doing what I can. You can't control an algorithm. You can't control other person's thoughts. So the moment you put your definition of success into those things is
Uh-huh.
the moment you no longer control your own fulfillment, your own, you know what I'm saying?
You better say it, man.
I'm big on that, man. And what,
Hey.
but you know what's a secret I found over the years?
Hmm.
The moment you release the need to have the things you can't control deem your success or other people's opinions or results on social media is the moment
Hmm.
all those things come.
Yes, it
The
happens.
moment you don't care about the results or the success or the likes
It
is when
happens.
it comes.
It happens. And then when it happens, you turn it off, bro. You like man, I never forget. I started podcasting and I had one of my frat brothers tell me, great YouTuber. He was like, hey, look, man, I see you came to me asking me about numbers and all this stuff, man. He's like, that don't matter. He's like, just put the content out and do what Jeremy needs to do to grow this.
Mhm.
Impact people. That's what you do. Cool.
Mhm.
I did that, man, and then I did the episode with Ryan Clark. Did I do everybody know who he is? Of course. You don't know who Ryan Clark is. But
For
you know
sure.
what I had to realize was once I posted the stuff that comes with it. Oh man, you really did this, so and so. And you really realize, like, okay, it's a post. I'm glad I interviewed him. I'm glad I made the connection. I still talk to him to this day. But the biggest thing is I had to realize it's not about the likes. It's not about who went and watched it. It's at the end of the day, dang, I really did that. Let's go do it again. All right.
Yep.
You know, it's not just a person driven. It's more of like, Jeremy, let's do what
Process.
we want to do. It's a process. I love the process more than that, man. I trust
Mhm.
that. I like failing too. Because there's some people I reached out to, you know you're supposed to hit them up. You know you're supposed to work with them. But at the end of the day, it's like when I failed, man, I learned so much from it, man.
Mm. Talk
Learned
about
a
it.
lot. learn a lot from it. Like, oh man, I failed. And at a young age, you're like, hey, I'm supposed to do this. But the older you get, you'll be like, actually, this feel right. Okay.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna stay in this long, but I know what I need to do to get out of this. All right, cool. So definitely, man, great
And
thing.
I come to peace with a lot of times, man. If I would have got that thing, I would have fumbled it. I wasn't ready. Like, if something didn't happen,
Mhm.
it's for a reason. The amount of times I failed and then I was inspired after through the failure to my biggest idea. So you have to have this trust in the things you don't understand
Yeah,
into the future. I have a trust into my future.
yeah.
Like I have a trust of whatever's happening right now is for the best in the future.
Mhm.
And so if somebody that I know, like if a school, I'm like, man, I would impact those kids. And they say, Jamar, we think you're a horrible speaker. Thank you. That just must mean that life needs me to have motivation so I can get to this other school. I don't have a attachment to the short-term goals when I know this is my life, not just my achievement that I need right now. I think what separates people is when they're short-term oriented or long-term oriented. When you're short-term oriented, the failure hits differently because you needed that joint.
Mhm.
For me, dog, this happened to the grave. So
Hey,
I got time.
I got time.
I
We
got
gonna keep
time.
having it. What we said
Exactly.
earlier, man. At the end of the day, bro, I'm not mad about it. Like I'm not
Mm-mm.
mad at it. I think I used to like my wife used to say, "Hey, how you just keep going this?" I like doing it.
Yeah.
I like it. I actually look. I found something at 29 years old that I actually way years ago that I actually love to do.
Mm.
I could be going through all type of stuff today, but guess what I said? Oh, I got to meet with Jamar tonight because we're gonna do a podcast.
It's
I
gonna
ain't
be
got to
dope.
get paid for it. I don't got nobody. I don't got nobody to check in with. All I got to do is get on here and do it.
Facts.
Don't let it be in person. It's gonna be even better. So, with that being said, man, when it's all said and done, what would you like to be remembered for?
What would I like to be remembered for? I think changing the norms of how we decide to live our lives.
Mhm.
Um, like I said before, like I was that kid, I felt pressure to answer the question of what do I want to be when I grow up. One kid shouldn't feel pressure for that.
You
I
should.
I think it's stupid. I
Mhm.
think it's a bunch of people that aren't even living the lives they want, putting pressure on people to join them in their like awful life. Like, no, don't put that on me. You know what I'm saying? And two, realizing the world as a whole, realizing, yo, I can do what I love to do. And it is out there. I may not have found it yet. And when I do find it, I should never let it go. For example, regardless of what this podcast does for your pockets, for other people, regardless, you just doing this is the most valuable thing in the world next to your wife and family. You feel me? And so if people can understand, like, yo, bump if you get 1 million followers from it, bump if other people pay you for it, yo, you get to do it.
You get to do
And I think people miss out on the most valuable things in life because other people tell them what's valuable.
it.
People tell them a safe job is the most valuable thing. People tell them having a house and a mortgage. Like I understand those things, and
Mhm.
trust me, I'm living it and I'm going through it. But you're never gonna get me to stop doing what I love to do, and you're never gonna get me to stop trying to make this my life. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, I'm cool if I don't make a dime from this, but I'm gonna work so I can pay for this and not have to do anything else. So
Mhm.
I don't need the money, but if I can find a way to do this, so this is all I do, heck yeah, I'm gonna do it.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna
Exactly.
happen.
And so I just want people to know
Mhm.
no matter what age, no matter where you come from, no matter what weird dream you have, is possible.
Mhm.
And you're doing yourself and the world a disservice if you don't do it.
Indeed, brother. Indeed, I love that. And I say, if you had one last speech to give or talk to give, man, it's the last one.
Yeah.
What would the message be?
That's a great question, man. I think I would ask the person, what do you value regardless of what other people think? Like
Mhm.
really think about that. Um, and start to really get specific and keep like going further down the list into like the core things.
Mhm.
And so I would want people to understand because if this is my last speech, I'm really understanding the value of things, right?
Mhm.
And so I would want people to understand, like, you really think about it. Let's be real. Waking up in the morning is more than $1 billion. You
Mhm.
feel me? Getting to do what you love to do just once is worth more than $1 billion. Getting to see your mom once is worth more than $1 billion. So ask yourself, what do you really value?
Mhm.
And then ask yourself if you even know how much time you have to get those things of value.
Mhm.
And with that knowledge, I would say live as if you don't have that much time, but still have long term vision, because that's where I think our genius comes out. It's within those things we love. I'm inspired by how much I love my family. I'm inspired by how much I love what I love to do. And that's where generations are transformed. Great ideas don't come from somebody that doesn't care about the problem.
Mhm.
So if the person that made airplanes didn't really care about that, I bet they wouldn't have figured it out. And so I would encourage people to figure out what they value the most. And all of that is just at the end of the day living. And then after that, what do you care about so much? Not like what other people think or what you can even get results for. What do you just like the most? What do you value the most? And invest in that and watch the world become a better place if everybody was in that lane that they love, regardless of the results. Watch what world we would live in. Imagine if the trash truck driver loved taking out the trash and getting it. Imagine if the nurse loved being a nurse.
Mhm.
I see so many times and I analyze, like I can tell that person's not living in their real life. They're living in somebody else's. Can we get every lane and role filled by people that love that role?
Yeah.
And that's what I would encourage.
I love that, man. And you just made me think about it, bro. It's countless times where people have told me throughout this podcast, I've known it since 2019.
Mm,
They've been saying, they'll say, we'll email them, talking. They'll be like, you know what? I'm not worried to come on the podcast, man. I don't even like my job. Why do you do it? Or how do you know that's what we're going to talk about? And it's like the fact that you feel that way, we should change it. I say that every time. I say, hey, we should change it, man. Let me know. I'm gonna check back in with you. And they're so interested when I follow back up and say, hey, how everything going? You still that nurse? Oh, I actually do this too. Okay, cool. You like doing that? Go do it.
mm-hmm.
Go do it, man. So do you have any questions for me?
Man, I would say it's a good question. Where is, like, I can already, you're my type of guy. And, once I hear like you truly love what you do, these are the type of people I want to be connected with. My question with you, what is your forward thinking vision of your podcast? Like, where do you see it going?
Yeah, man. I love that question. I get it. I get it a couple
I
times.
bet you do. Yeah.
Uh, the biggest thing, man, I want to just keep it growing, bro. Keep bringing people on like yourself. I used to want to, oh, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna do this on the talk show, I'm gonna do this. I don't care about those things, man.
Really?
I think the biggest thing that I care about is bringing people on like yourself and seeing y'all grow so that
Mm,
we can tap back in again and I
right.
can see where you are months from now, not a year from now. And you're like, whoa, he doing that? Or even when I bring on different educators, engineers, I love my show because I bring on the common day working people and also the people that you love to see, the athletes and
Yeah.
different famous people. And in that, you're able to see that, bro, we all the same.
Exactly.
We're all chasing our dreams and doing the things that we want to do, or trying to do the things that we want to do. So I just want people to see that they're changing the narrative, man.
Mm,
That's the biggest thing, bro. I
love it.
definitely want to see people make that impact.
Got you. Another question for you. I'm going in my podcast mode.
Uh-huh.
Um, what would your, because I see you moving, dog. I will always humble myself and ask. And I see with you, you're a great networker, I
Thank
believe. What would you say is some tips or strategies you've had with influencing people or talking to people to get them onto your show and to
you.
network and just build relationships?
I got a whole book about
You got a
it.
whole book about it? Well,
The
let me
art
know
of
what the book, because I'm a cop the book.
got you. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, all right,
The
bet.
art of networking, man. And I talk
Okay.
about. I'm gonna give you a quick story, bro.
Okay.
Why I love podcast.
All right.
Played football, was very well. Didn't end up playing, got hurt. Found out I had a heart murmur, was really nervous about that. At a young age, you figure all these things out, you worried about it. I turned that down. I got fussed at by my family because it's the only way, da da da. Got cousins that have played in the NFL, one that's currently in the NFL.
Mhm.
So, this is the thing. Like, this gonna get you to
Yeah.
college at least. I never thought you would be able to talk to NFL players or anybody like that unless you went. Like,
Mm,
I come from a small town, Fort Valley, Georgia, so I would have never thought that these things that happened. Bro, in the book, I literally talk about how I networked my way into asking someone's cousin and get my first NFL player on, and then going to get the Ryan Clarks, going to get the Rashad Batemans, different people, and a lot more. And the biggest thing is, bro, they people, man. They love to see someone that don't want nothing, man.
Mm.
That want to tell their story and to stay updated with them. Bro, I text them, they ain't text me back. Hey man, how y'all doing? You know? And then after the seat, hey man, thank you, bro. I got you. I've been busy. I'll be like, look, you ain't got to explain nothing. Like,
Yeah.
what you need me to do, man? I really think that the biggest thing when it comes to networking is be genuine. You're already there, Jamar. Don't be fearful. You're not fearful. And the
Mhm.
biggest thing is, man, ask people like myself, hey, now what does it look like, man? You need to look over it. You send it out. Promise you they're gonna hit you back, man. Don't be a nerve. Bro, I send stuff at 12 at night. My wife be like, what you sending? I'm doing, oh, okay, I hope they say something back.
Yeah.
She got on board. After a while, it's like, oh, he keep doing, and it's actually working.
Yeah.
And even when it don't work, I still believe it's gonna work. You have to have that mindset that we talked about earlier. You have
Yeah.
to have a mindset to know once it's your passion and God is driving it,
Exactly.
nothing's impossible. You can't let people control it. You can't, oh, they didn't hit me back. I'm so dang, I didn't get to interview them. Oh, yeah, you gonna go through that. Bro, it's
Yeah.
a moment. That's a moment. Oh, they didn't hit me back. Guess what I do? Oh, let me go reach out to Simone Biles. Oh, what's the worst you can do? It's not say
Say
nothing,
no.
say no. It's like dating, bro. It's like dating. It's literally life of dating, man. You like, okay. And being genuine. Once people see that you're genuine, man, that's like the engineer, teacher, doctor, and you treating everybody the same, they're gonna
Mhm.
start asking you, hey, when can I come on the show? And it's
Exactly.
happening. I'm literally seeing the fruits of my labor. Literally,
I mean,
people
that's me here. I was just following you. I was like, this dude genuine as can be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
uh,
100%.
yeah, and like I said the other day, I thought about it, bro. I was literally had got through with the walk, and that's why I love working out because you get the clearest thought
Yeah.
working out. It said, I'm a podcaster that you can get in contact with.
Mm.
I know that it's flow. I know that everybody's doing podcasting, but I'm actually a podcaster that if you email me or you DM me or whatever you do, social media wise or any wise, if you call me, I'm gonna answer the phone because I love doing this. And if you
Yeah.
need help, I'm gonna see what I can do, like you said earlier. So you're already doing what I do in the book. So when you read it, you're gonna be like,
I'll
oh,
be like, all right.
I've been doing this. So you way
Nah,
ahead,
for sure.
man. Way ahead. Any
Man,
other?
that's all.
Man, I love questions, man.
Let
Love
me think. Shoot, we gonna be on here all day, dog. Because that's what I do. Okay, I would ask, what do you think? And then I'll leave it here, and then we leave the rest for whatever. But what do
it.
you think sparked? Like, this is what I love to ask people because it's interesting because this is like what I deal with all the time, and I really
Yeah.
want people to know this. Like, what do you think was the spark for you to even try this? Like, what do you think? And give me that answer, and also tell me like, is there anything you can think back to like from your childhood that makes sense why you do that now? Like, you see what I mean? Like, what connects from your childhood to what you do now?
You know, the first question I would say, I was in college, Clark Atlanta University, doing computer science, computer engineering, and I was struggling in course. And bro, I went to a HBCU, but everybody that taught those courses, the advanced courses, they were not black. And there's
Mm,
nothing wrong with that. I have no
yeah,
issues. The biggest issue is the dialect, and you're trying to
yeah,
figure it out, and you're trying to figure out math and something. It's a lot. So I went on YouTube. Let me look for somebody to look like me. Let me do. And I remember praying to God. I said, hey, God, you get me through this class because I can't find nobody. I'm going to be the person you can find or
yeah.
something, man. And I didn't know
Mm,
what it looked like at the time. And I kept passing on it, Jamar. I graduated. I thank God I graduated and kept on going and got my job and you working. And it kept coming back. It was like, hey, you still got to do this. Hey, you still should do this. Or a notebook would come out. I'll write in, like, let me, okay, cool. I'm an author, but I ain't never did this. So I was talking to one of my friends and he was like, hey, bro, you should start a TV show. You know a lot of people
mhm,
and you could do it. I'm a TV show. I'm gonna start a podcast, bro. I don't know what a podcast is. We're gonna start it. He put the
yeah,
camera in front of me. We had the network. It just the reaching out part. I had to learn how to do it. And I
mm,
just fell in love with doing it, man. I fell in love with getting those too. Like getting rejected. I was like, okay, cool. All right. And that same rejection, most people will reach back. Hey, I come do it now, man. I see you growing. I see you serious.
yeah,
That happened. And I say the kid part, man. The funny thing, I realized this a couple, like probably a year or so ago. I've always been a person that bring people together, man. Family, friends, still do it to this day. And to see it in the podcast, bro, I interview somebody and they'll go get on their podcast, or they'll come and say, "Hey, I know Jeremy." That's what it's all about. It ain't about me. Take me out the equation. It's about literally seeing that it's a network. And if we
Yep.
keep doing this, it's gonna get to the point to where you can call me and say, "Hey, I want to get in touch with so and so, so and so." Oh, you do? Oh, I know his brother. All right, da 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 da. Cause that's how it's supposed to be, man.
Yep.
It's supposed to actually be like that, literally.
What they say, like we're really only like 3 people away from everybody in the world or something crazy like that.
3 people. You're only 3 people, because I tell you, some of the stories you'll see in the book is literally like I either reached out or I reached out to somebody, and the scariest thing is you like the fearful thing is like, dang, they family, they gonna think something about me. You have to set that to the side, set the pride aside, but to
Yep.
realize this is a person. This is Cam Newton. I want to interview Cam Newton. Let me do all I can do, even if
Yep.
I'm talking to his mom. Let me interview his mom, because it's gonna
Yeah.
be an impactful story in the end. So I think at the end of the thing, man, we have to set people and realize that people are people.
Yep.
They're people.
We can't put people on pedestals. But
No.
I also say sometimes when because I do this too, and even like I have to reach out to schools, I get 1,000
Mhm.
no's, dog. But it's gonna help the story, even if it's a no. Like it's gonna help the story. So like when the If Factor podcast on another level, he's
Mhm.
like, man, I want to come on the pod. I'm gonna be like, yo,
Yeah.
check your DMs, dog. Like it's not like a shade or nothing, but it
Uh,
helps the story.
yeah.
Or it just or like when a school, there's certain schools that ain't rocking with me. I'm like, okay, thank you. Y'all gonna
Mhm.
be begging me for the come in about 2-3 years.
Uh-huh.
And so everything is a part of the story. There's no great like you watch any movie. If the main character didn't have a problem, he got everything he asked for, it wouldn't be a good movie.
It
So
ain't.
you need it.
You need it, man. You
So
need
man,
it.
it's beautiful.
Indeed, bro. So, man, it's great, man. Been good spending my Friday with you, man.
Man, me too. This is my other passion, man. Just being on like as an interviewer, it
Mhm.
feels good to not have no pressure. Like I can
Indeed.
just,
I like to just go on people's show and just sit there and be like,
you know what I'm saying. So
what's up,
I
man?
appreciate it.
So thank you for the day, bro. Let me know if you need anything, bro. I'll come on your show. Whatever you need, man. Reach
100%.
out.
Hey, likewise, you got me in your phone now.
Indeed.
Got me. I got you.
All right. Well, look, I'm gonna put a snippet out tonight on the story, man.
I'll
And
repost that joint. I got you.
all right, then, brother. I'll talk to you soon, man.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna cop that book.
All right, I'm gonna suit that to you too, man.
Send that joint to me. Yeah, I got you. Wait, you're in Atlanta, right? Are you in
Yeah,
Atlanta?
I'm in Atlanta, man. Pull up on me.